Welcome back to another video of Odoo explored by Optura Tech. So in the last video, we already checked how we can create a module and how it is listed in Odoo apps. Then how we can install it, along with creating a new model. Today we are going to add some more features like menu and its view, etc. So let us check. So this is our Odoo database. We already installed our student management system. If you search it, you can see student management system is listing in apps. So in the last video, we already explained how we can create a module and a model inside that. So here we can search our module. See, this is a module that we created and explained in the last video. So here we just created a module and a model. This is a model that we created, and this is a model. So we want to add some more features on top of that, like we want to add a view and a menu. Then we want to create records here. So if you want to check how we can create a model and install it in Odoo, just check it out my previous video. I will add the link here. So this is our module, student management system, as you saw in my apps list. This is a student management system. Here we can see the init.py manifest.py. This manifest.py holds all the information about this module, like module name and summary. Everything is explained here. So in init.py, it holds all the Python files. So now we want to create a view in the sense when we are clicking a menu, a view will be loaded. So in Odoo, basically we have two views, form view and a list view. So let us create the views first, okay? So this is our module. So we already have a views folder here. If you use the scaffold command to create this module, the view folder already created. And there is an example file views.xml. If you open that, you could see a list view and some action window, and some menu. Everything is already there. So we can refer this example, it's already commented. We can refer this and create our own views. So we already created our model student.py, student model. So we have created the first name, last name. We already saw that it's installed in our database. So what is next is we want to create a menu and view for this model. For that, we just come back to view folder and just adding a new file. So here I just putting it as student view.xml. Okay. So here I am just going to create the views for this student model. Further, I just referring this XML file already created from scaffold. So if I just using the same template, like so we don't want to use data, this is depreciated, and you can just use Odoo itself. Odoo. Then just in views, just copy this command. This text here you can see it refers the model ir.ui.view. This is a base model, and we should give a unique ID. So this is a module name. Then unique ID, let us say it as student form. First we can create a form. Okay. Let us name it as student form. Then the model name, we can just copy it from here, student, and put it here. So name is there, model is there, and then arc So here it is named as tree. Instead of that, we just put it as form because it's a form view. So I'm just changing this tree to form. This is the difference between this form and tree views. Okay. So I just put it as form. So I just want to show it in a grouped way. So I just grouping group, and inside that I just putting two sections. And first I put first name. From model I just put first name, then just remove this, then last name. Second section, so yeah, done. Form view is completed. I just aligned it properly, then putting a tab. Okay. So next I want to add a list view or tree view. So just using the previous reference again, I just putting it here, and here I don't want to change anything. Student management is list. We can use it as list. Student, put it like this. Student list. Let us name the student list. Model name, the same model name we can use. So this is a model name, student. And here we can use same tree. Done. So just created the tree and form. What's next is the action. Whenever we clicking a menu, like suppose if I click here apps, main apps, when I'm clicking this menu, it's actually calling an action. That action is calling the Kanban view or tree view or anything. There's a lot of views like activity view, list view, Kanban view, tree view, calendar view. There's a lot of views. Basically, initially we will use form and tree. Tree in the sense list. So here both views I created. What's next is we want to create an action to call these views. For that, you can just check the template I already created from scaffold, or you can refer any module that you have, CRM, Moses, anything. So you just located IR Act window. This is the action window. So just copy and paste it in your own view, and change like student action. Then name just student action. Okay, so this is the name. So here you can see a name. So this is what actually you are going to see here. So here you can see apps. So here what you want to see, just put it here. Like I just put it as student. Okay. Then RS model means is a referring model. So this is a model name. Student or student is the data we are going to put. So I just put it as student. Then here we can just mention which are the views and sorted. So now I am just putting on tree and form. That means first will be tree. I mean, whenever clicking, whenever calling this action, first initially load tree. Then we can switch to form if needed. If you have multiple views, we can just put it Kanban or calendar or anything you can put here. So is done. So the action and view, everything is done. What's next is we want to create a menu. For getting a proper visibility on these files, we can just put a menu file instead of editing in the views. So we can just put menu.xml. That means it's outside the views and models. So here we can just put our menu. So just copying and pasting the syntax. Okay. So now I just go coming back to my template. Here I can see a root menu. This is a root menu. I just copying and pasting it here and changing the data like menu item. The name is student management. What I want to see in my apps menu. So what we can say student. Okay, student. Okay, this is a root menu. I just want to put an ID or student menu student root. So done. What's next is we want to create a child menu after this. So just using the submenu syntax like this one. Otherwise, we can just put it as parent. Here we can see name is again I just putting this student. Okay, student. Or otherwise, for distinguishing we can just change details. Okay. Then its name is menu one student details student det. That's enough. Then it's parent. This is what how the menu is connected. So this is a root menu. I want to show this menu under that root menu means we just put this ID as parent. Then it's automatically as a child of this menu. Okay. So I just put it here. So next what I put it is, so next is actually we are calling the action. I mean the third layer we are just calling this action and list view. So I just adding another menu with an action. Otherwise I can use the same and put a new parameter action. So you can see here menu actions in this section. I just copying and put it here. So here the name is student because we want to list the student. So student is the list and its ID is menu std list and its parent is the immediate parent. This one ID. This is the ID. I just put this as parent and here is a new parameter action. So this menu is going to call this action. For that I just coming back to my student view. Here I created a new action. This one I just copying and pasting to here. That means now everything is connected. But the thing is that we didn't mention these XML files student and menu.xml. We should mention it in the manifest file. Then only it will load to our database. So how we can add the XML file in manifest.vue? If you open that, you can see a data tag here, data tag. So here is a list format. Here we can put all our XML files, including the security and everything. We will discuss more about the security file later. So now we can just copy and paste the student view here. Let us say views dot per student. Okay. Next menu.xml. So we should only give menu.xml after all these views because otherwise the data loader from menu will first load and then only the view load. At that time we couldn't find the XML ID of that action. So it will raise some errors in our log. So better to put all the views first, then only the menu. So now everything is done, right? So then coming back to our Odoo execution, I just stopping and starting the Odoo application. Then I am coming back to my app list and searching my student management system. Student, yeah, this is my module. So I just going to upgrade the module. So when upgrading, so we are getting this error like see, you can see opening and ending tag mismatch. You will have one. So if you come back here, you can see I open a group here, I close here. Here I open another group, but it is not closed. So I just want to close it properly. So I just closed, that error is solved, and coming back to my terminal again, I again restarted my Odoo and again trying to install, upgrade the module. So I'm again upgrading. I'm getting another error. I'm coming back to here. You can see the name does not exist in the model student dot student. So we may already put some field name. See here we wrongly put name. We didn't change this first name and last name. That's why the model doesn't contain this data. That's what we we already get this error. So just changing the views with the actual names, field names. So I am again restarting and upgrading. So it is now it is getting successfully upgraded. So if you come to our apps, we didn't see the student application because we already configured that as a menu. So it is not listing here. Why it is not listing? Odoo has some security features. Whenever we declaring some model, we should give like who can read, who can write the data. So we didn't configure this. How we can configure these security parameters? If you come to our module, you can see a security folder. Here we can have a security file. See, this is a security file. Here maybe already have some information. So you can add a new security data. Like we want to access this model, right? This student model. So I just put an ID like student user student. Okay. Then we just put a name for this record. So I just put it as student user. Same. So next is group ID. Group ID means which group. I mean, whenever creating a group from XML file, it's loaded in our database. So I just put in as base.group user. That means the employee user, internal user, not employee actually, internal user. So internal user can first one is the read access, then write access, then delete unlink access. So you can see the access here. See top permission to read, permission to write, permission to create, permission to unlink. Unlink means delete. So I just put all the access for that that model. So this one I don't want because the last one is the template. It's automatically loaded from the scaffold command. You already saw it in the previous video. So this is ideally a security file. Now again we want to add this CSV file inside our manifest data. So you can, if you check here, you can see in the data section security/ir.access.csv. It is commented before because we are not using that. That's why it's commented. So I just uncommented it, and now it is connected to the CSV file. If you open, it's already there. Now again I just come back to my terminal and restarted and searching my student manager application. You can see it here, module info. Again I just upgrading. If there is any errors, it will pop up. Yeah, there is some errors. File not found. That means this file is already there. Some issues there with referring that file. So that's there's no comma. So I just put the comma here. So again I restarted, closing and upgrading. Again I'm getting another error. Module loading student file not be processed. No matching record font of external ID. That group is unable to refer. So yeah, here what happened is we just put model name after the name. So we, instead of model name, we just put that loop name. That's the issue. So I just changing the model name. Model in the sense model underscore student dot student is our model name. So just coming back to the student dot student and this CSV. So in this CSV file, we don't want to use dot. Instead of dot, we want to replace with the underscore. So it's done. Again, I am restarting and upgrading. So it's successfully upgraded, and the student menu already appeared. You can see the student is the root menu. If you coming back to our menus hierarchy, menu file, you can see student is the root menu. So the root menu is already created with the student. If you click student, so under that you can see student details. So in under student details, so there's next menu. So you can student details. This is the sub menu of this main menu. Then student. This is the last menu which calling the action, window action. So whenever clicking this student, it's called our action and the preview loaded. So now what's next? We can create a record here. Suppose its name is Obtura. Then tech, maybe second name. So just saving that invalid field. That means there's some field issue. If you reload, it's a integer field. We just want to field to char. Instead of this integer, we want to change it as char. So there is some validation Odoo already providing with these data types of field. So I just changed and coming back to my apps, more details and upgrade. So if done, I just creating Obtura tech. This is a record I created. So it's saved already. So it is listing here. You can see the student that we already given in the action name. So if anything that you given in the action name will be shown here. So in this way, we can create multiple record, test record, anything you can put some validation, everything you can just do it here. So if you want to delete this record from actions, we can delete it if we need it. Also, if you want to edit this record, just change the data. So as we saw in the last file change, like in this CSV file, if you change this unlinked to 0 means we can't able to delete the record because we are pulling back the delete access. So I just coming back to my apps again, student, and I just upgrading. That again I just clicking here and actions. There is no delete option. Now it is removed because the user doesn't have any delete access. So this is the way how we can create a menu and a view, then calling it from an action. Now you understand how we can create a view and action and a menu and connecting all these inside Odoo. So in the next video, we will check more features of Odoo. Thank you.